Welcome back, dear learners. Before the ad break, remember, we prepared a CPJ. We totaled it. What you see here on your screen is the CPJ that we prepared. Now, we're going to take the amounts from the CPJ and we're going to post to the general ledger. Let's begin. The first account that we are going to post to is the bank account. Remember, this is the CPJ, so we are paying. So we're going to come now to the credit side and we're going to have our total payments. Our total payments, and we're going to take the 458,500. Here it is, 458,500. After that, we're going to come and post to the trading stock account. There is the 235,800. All right, so I've already entered the bank. Remember, we have purchased trading stock, therefore it is increasing. So you're going to have your 235,800. I will also post to the equipment account. There you see 8,800. I've already written bank for you, so I'm coming here to say 8,800. Remember, we purchased delivery vehicles. There they are. How much did we pay for them? 178,000. So I'm coming here. I've already written bank, 178,000. The owner took some cash for personal use. Remember, when we paid for his personal car insurance, there it is, drawings 1,500. So I'm going to come now. Remember, we're still in the balance sheet account section. So I'm coming here to say 1,500. Let's quickly go and continue with our posting. We are now in the nominal accounts section, and the first account that we have is your consumable stores. Remember, consumable stores are expenses. These are expenses. So let's go and look for them. Here's my consumable stores. And how much is the consumables? 7,500. So I'm coming now to the debit side and I'm saying 7,500. After the consumables, which is the next account that is coming. So if you're doing this together with me, you can see already where this is leading you to. After the rent expense, we'll go to insurance. Let's look at the rent expense. How much was the rent expense that we paid? 17,200. So I'm coming here to say 17,200. Let's continue, dear learners. After this, we have paid insurance for the business. And insurance for the business, remember, here this was 2,000. This was 2,000. So I'm coming here to say insurance, here is 2,000. This is insurance for the business. And then we have bank charges. We have bank charges that we have already recorded. There you can see bank charges 198. So I'm coming here 198 for my bank charges. Interest on overdraft is the next one. And how much is your interest on overdraft? There it is, 202. Interest on overdraft. The next one is water and electricity, 7,300. So I'm coming here, my water and electricity is 7,300 rands. All right, so I now know that I have posted both my balance sheet account section and also my nominal accounts section. Now I can take amounts now and put them on my trial balance. In this general ledger that you find, I have inserted some balances already for you. So I will take the balance, which is the 160,000, that becomes the balance as per bank account on the debit side. So I'm coming here to say 160,000. When I come to trading stock, I have 235,800. 235,800. That is your 235,800. Your equipment, you remember we purchased equipment of 8,800, and we also bought a new delivery vehicle for 100,000. 178,000. Don't forget the drawings of 1,500. Okay, so this is on the balance sheet account section. Balance sheet accounts section. The next section has to be the nominal accounts section. All right, in the nominal accounts section, what I've already done is I've already entered some amounts for you. As you can see here, I have consumable stores, which is 7,500. There it is, already put in for you. I have rent expense, 17,200, and I can see it over here. Remember, nominal account section, these are mostly your expenses. Therefore, they'll be on the debit side. They'll be on the debit side. Insurance, remember, it's an expense, so you also see it on the debit side, 3,500. Bank charges are an expense, so bank charges will be on the debit side. Interest on overdraft is also an expense. There it is, 202. And lastly, it is my water and electricity, 7,300, which you also find here. After you have done this, then you should be ready now to do an accounting equation. Let's quickly do this, the accounting equation. It says, bought a new delivery vehicle and paid with EFT 178,000. Two accounts are involved, therefore. One account debited, one account credited. Which account do we debit? It is your delivery vehicles. Remember? So you have your delivery vehicles. This is an asset, so it comes here plus 178,000. And then account credited, we are paying from the bank, so we credit bank minus 178,000, which therefore gives us the net effect of 0. Remember, your owner's equity, no effect, liabilities, no effect. All right? Remember, your accounting equation has to balance. The third one says, purchase trading stock from barter wholesalers, 55,000, and consumables, 7.5. That means we're going to have two in this regard. The first one, when we purchase trading stock, which account we debit? Trading stock. So we debit, okay? Let's quickly go back. Debit trading stock. Debit trading stock. This is an asset. So it's going to be a plus 55,500. Which account is credited? In this case, it is your bank. Okay? Bank is credited. And it's minus 55,500. Remember, the net effect also in this case will become 0. So here you have your 0 and your 0 as well. And then we purchased consumables. Account debited, consumables. Okay? Remember, consumables are an expense. So it comes to owner's equity minus 7.5. Expenses decrease owner's equity. Expenses decrease your owner's equity. And then account credited, it will be your bank. So minus 7,500. What happens to your liabilities? No effect. Let's go to the transaction on the 9th. Paid rent to Parrot Rentals, and then we paid 17.2. Account debited. All right. Rent expense. Let's quickly go back. There it is. Account debited. It is your rent expense. It is your rent expense. And rent is an expense, so it decreases owner's equity minus 17,200. And then account credited, once we are dealing with payments, bank is credited, minus 17,200. That means your liabilities, there will be no effect in this case. Then the 13th one says, bought trading stock for cash from Bluey Distributors, 120,000, subject to 4% trade discount. So once you have an amount that is subject to trade discount, remember, what we are going to pay is the 96%. How do we get 96? It is 100 minus the 4% trade discount. That is how we arrive at 96. So what we want is 96, and what we have is 100. Multiply by 120,000. That will give you 114,600. So we're now going to say, if we bought trading stock, account debited, trading stock. You can remember, trading stock, is it an asset or a liability? Trading stock is an asset. So we're coming here to say plus 114,600. Account credited, remember we're paying. So account credited will be your bank. So once we are paying from the bank, we come now to our assets again. Then we say minus 114,600. Remember, the net effect, I'll just put it on top here, it will be 0. And then our honest equity and liabilities, 0. Our liabilities will be 0. The last one says, paid 7,300 to the municipality for water and electricity with an EFT. So once you pay for water and electricity, the account debited. Remember, water and electricity is an expense. So we debit our water and electricity. Water and electricity. There it is. Water and electricity. This is an expense, so it's going to decrease my honest equity minus 7,300. And then, as long as I'm paying, I will credit my bank. As long as I'm paying, I'll credit my bank. Once bank is credited, my assets are decreasing, minus 7,300. And no effect on the liabilities. Dear learners, we're going to go for a quick ad break, and I'm going to see you in a very short while.